I have nothing to say live, actually. All right. You guys, welcome to the Hey Frase Podcast. We are back live after a week-long vacation, and AJ and I are, I'm like easing into the show.
Come into it slowly. Now, I feel like I haven't really taken any days off, but that's okay.
Okay, what's going on with you? Yeah, I feel like I saw you posting a lot when we were supposed to be on vacation. I saw you like out and about. Yeah, what's the deal? You didn't take any break on our vacation?
Well, no, I definitely took breaks. You know, I drank a couple seltzers. I went to the beach with my mom. You know, I took some time off, but it definitely wasn't. I didn't take a social detox, and I wish I had taken a social media detox. But in our business, you could get an email at any day and then miss a massive opportunity. So I always get worried.
Well, I put them on hiatus. In fact, the people what's that new movie with Pete Davidson that's out right now? Oh my God.
I thought it was a show, The King of Staten Island.
Yes, I just got a message from his people. They want to advertise. I haven't hit them back. That was last week. So I'm sure that opportunity's passed.
Sarah, that's huge advertisement. What do you We have been struggling with our 2-bit advertisements, and here we are. A freaking TV show.
No, I said, fuck it. You know what? The King of Staten Island can wait. I'm on vacation. People always want stuff on vacation. You guys, if you are just tuning in, thank you for watching the Hey Frase Show. We are back live after a 10-day hiatus. We took some vacation. I was up in northern Michigan. Shout out to all my Detroiters, my Michiganders. My husband's mom and family are from outside Detroit. And let me tell you, I love Michiganders. I do. I love and Detroit has the most interesting characters, really. I mean, they're batshit crazy, but I love them.
I was going to say, good people watching.
Amazing people. I hit the Costco outside. Like, I don't even know where I was. Farmington Hills or something. Anyway, I hit the Costco there. I mean, you know, and here's the thing. I love getting out of DC because when you get out of a major city, you realize how fat people are. People are morbidly obese. And, you know, it's fun. I don't care. I've been there, so I don't judge, you know. But when you go into Costco, you literally think to yourself, I mean, do they have enough rascals to get everybody in today? I mean, honest to God. Honestly, I think to myself, you know, there's a COVID bed shortage. There's a rascal shortage at Farmington Hills in Michigan for these people who are trying to grocery shop.
And you don't realize that the obesity problem in America is actually bad until you go to those parts of America. And you're like,
massive. And I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of people watching right now are getting unemployed. You know, AJ and I furlough ourselves every other week. We understand. Yeah. But let me tell you, if it's a sign of that America is strong, is go to a Costco in the Midwest and see the amount. I mean, the registers are basically smoking. They can't keep up with how many people are buying stuff. It's insane.
Money is coming from somewhere. So the economy is still, you know, chugging along.
People in America are uber rich. I will say that. It is mind blowing when you travel around this like country. Like, or I guess everyone's leveraged on credit cards. Whatever it is, it's working for Michiganders.
I have to wonder, like, credit card businesses must be going crazy right now. Everyone's just got a credit card.
Rack them up, baby. Rack them up.
Rack them right up.
If you are catching us live, hello to Danny, Erica, Anna, who just logged on. Start a watch party if you're on Facebook, because we have a lot to cover. You guys probably saw Kanye West trending last night on Twitter. He held his first presidential rally, allegedly. It's supposed to be that, down in, was it South Carolina, I guess?
Yep.
We're going to give a full critique on that. August Alsina has dropped a song called Entanglement about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. I listened to it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think it was that great, really. Sounded like every other R&B song.
Well, yeah, but except the words are juicy. Like the whole entire thing, we're listening to basically his sex life with Jada. So you're very interested in that.
Okay, well, we'll dish on that. Plus, you know, when we were on vacation, Naya RIVERA passed. So, you know, we got to get a whole breakdown into that. And apparently there's a lot of conspiracy theories about what happened. And is there a Glee curse? So we'll talk a ton, and the Wayfair conspiracy as well. I mean, and you're kind of into that, right?
I am into it, but I need to do like hours of research to really give you guys a full breakdown, because at first glance, you watch these TikTok videos that says, oh, child sex trafficking all over Wayfair. What is
Look,
this?
they just sent me a coupon. 10% off a child. Here, it says easy. Sourcing office furniture and kids. 10% off your first order.
10%. That's not funny, Sarah.
I'm kidding. But I don't believe. Okay, look, obviously I'm anti-child sex trafficking, for God's sakes. But do you really believe that they were putting a SKU number and they're hiding kids in a mobile closet unit?
I'll tell you why.
Okay, why? Then we'll get into all of our personal stories. But I'm so fascinated. All I saw was this Wayfair stuff. And I had people hitting us up basically saying, oh, are you guys going to talk about Wayfair? And I thought, fuck no, I don't believe for 1 second they're child trafficking through a cabinet.
The cabinet costs something upwards of $12,000. It is labeled underneath a missing child's first name. And then usually in the picture they show, it has a name of a country like Ethiopia or Ukraine, and it's framed in a picture. What else could that mean? Why would you frame a picture that says Ukraine and name it a girl's name?
Because lots of companies name jewelry companies, let's see, other stores, West Elm, lots of places name furniture after like the first name of somebody. It's the Ted.
Really?
Yes, Google it. Absolutely. And not only that, Google some of the children's names. Some of them have been found. So it's total BS.
Okay, see, and that's why we have to do hours of research. If they've been found.
Yes, there's one guy who they claim went missing. He's been found, so it's not true. Anyway, and I want to actually get on. Apparently, this whole Wayfair conspiracy was fueled by a couple in Arizona. They're like the first ones that started blogging about this, so I want to have them on.
Oh, you should. You know why? Because when I bought a Wayfair bed, I looked at all the reviews and it says they have bed bugs. This is just a disgruntled couple that bought 10 beds for their Airbnb and they're pissed.
I'm curious. Look, people are after me still for Free Britney because I also don't believe Free Britney. While we were gone, Free Britney, Britney Spears came out and said, look, I'm not being held captive. I'm fine. I'm happy. I pray a lot. Maybe people don't like my dances. I don't know what it takes for people to believe it. But I mean, do we really think that Wayfair could be child trafficking kids in closet cap? Maybe they are. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll be eating crow, but I just find that like hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe too, but how else would they do such a crazy scheme like this right under our noses? Like they make it so obvious for us, but nobody's seeing it except for now it's coming out because of TikTok. And that's why they want to shut TikTok down.
Okay, Kella says that some of them mentioned passport not needed. This is on Wayfair. We're talking Wayfair conspiracy. So if you know more about it, here's the thing, because I went down the rabbit hole of starting to look at some of the names of the kids, and some of them have been found. Some of them are still missing. Some of them have died, so then they're reported, death, right? They were kidnapped and murdered, but their bodies found. So I'm just wondering then, how does that, it never holds up,
I guess. Look, we want to do a full breakdown and we want to dedicate a whole entire show to this.
Dan was saying that we need to do all these recent conspiracies because obviously Nick Cannon, we love Nick Cannon, and I've known people that know Nick Cannon, and years ago I actually auditioned for Nick Cannon's radio show. No, I didn't get it. And then I think he was fired 2 years later. But anyway, he had the whole anti-Semite thing where he believes that Jews control the weather, which is completely another conspiracy, and the banks at the Rothschild. So I feel like Dan had said we need to go through all these conspiracies and do 1 to 5 tinfoil hats. Which ones are like one tinfoil hat, they could be maybe 5 tinfoil hats, they're completely a conspiracy. I would love that.
Yeah, and we'll just be like the Snopes website reimagined, but podcast style.
Yes.
True or false, and then wear one of the aluminum hats.
Wait, did you read the Snopes breakdown of why the Wayfair story is false?
No, I just went on there and it said big red letters false, and then I just clicked off. I was like, all right, another false.
Okay,
we'll include that in our breakdown though.
Anybody know what this code means? They just sent me this code. Is this code for something?
Break it up. RRVR. It stands for.
Could it be Ravery?
Russian. Okay, we'll think of it.
Not really sure. Anyway.
Not really sure. That's a long password though. Why not make it more simple? That must mean something.
Clay, okay, you guys, tons of you are on the live. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are back. We got a lot to cover. We'll talk about our breaks too, because some amazing stuff happened for AJ. no matter where I go, like life always seems to present me these like just amazing stories. So I'm in Michigan, outside of Detroit. I end up Googling acupuncturist. I find this guy in West Bloomfield, Michigan, the most amazing acupuncturist. I go there. He gives me all this energy work. He puts a couple needles in, and then he gives me this floral concoction to drink, which I've been drinking. And this elixir, I have felt so grounded. It's like, I just want to do all these stories about love. It's crazy.
Wait a minute. How does acupuncture connect you to then love? I'm trying to understand all this.
I don't know. Iran is his name. He's an Israeli acupuncturist, energy healer. And then he does something else, scraping your back. So I randomly Google this guy. I go there. It was the most amazing situation I have ever been in. And then he goes, he's like, you're very impatient in your body. I can tell that you're anxious to do something. Because, we have big goals and dreams. And I always get really frustrated when they don't come to fruition, like when I want them to.
Of course.
So he's like, that can cause unsettlement in the body. And then, we were also talking about smoking weed as a show, like doing a show where we all got high.
Yes.
So, and I am cleared to now have a baby. I had my last HCG draw for my molar pregnancy. Yes.
Yes.
Baby making. So we're starting to baby make, right? So I said to Iran, what's the deal with alcohol? Because I drank way too many margaritas on vacation. I love alcohol. I love getting drunk. I do. I think I'm on my way to definitely having a problem. And then, we talked about getting high on this show. And I thought, let's get high on this show this week and do that episode. Now, Iran, my acupuncturist, says that I should not be drinking and I should not smoke weed because he says that when you have ambition, when you smoke weed, it allows winds that carry other people's emotions to come into your body. It lets down your senses, and then you can take on other people's spirits, good and bad.
What?
I know. Now, this is sounding as crazy as the Wayfair conspiracy. I understand.
You're fully about this. Okay, and then he tells you to drink flower juice, and you're all for that too. Love it. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't believe the Wayfair thing, but yet I'll drink some sort of floral concoction from a guy that I met 2 minutes ago in West Bloomfield, Michigan. Yeah.
Explain to me the flower drink now.
So anyway, so he made this concoction. I ought to go get it. And he says, drink this 4 times a day, 4 drops. Okay. And what it does is he says that it will help soothe the body to come back to present, because, the whole thing is like in Chinese medicine, you're always trying to get your body and your chi aligned, because when your body is not congruent, meaning present, calm, that's when disease happens. And, alcohol and drugs heat your liver up, and inflammation in your body is what they believe, the Chinese believe, causes disease. So if you're drinking and drugging all the time, which we love to do.
Yikes. Okay.
Then your body's always hot, and then it's creating disease.
Wow. I mean, I'm getting hot just talking about this. Okay. So then the flower drinks, it's a mixture of all these natural herbal flowers, and it makes you center.
Yes.
You drop it in your mouth, or you put it in water?
You put drops in your mouth, or you can put them in water, and then it's supposed to help ground you.
Does everybody's concoction different?
Different
flowers? Oh, so and he's the only one that can prescribe this to you, I'm sure.
Yes, correct.
And you pay to find your flower concoction. Love it.
Correct. So when you go, to the acupuncturist, they read your pulses. So they want to listen to your heartbeat and your pulses, because that can tell them what's going on in your body. This guy was fucking amazing. Honest to God, if you're in West Bloomfield, Michigan, and I'm not getting paid to endorse him, I would give him 18 stars. This guy, it's Still Point Acupuncture. Iran is his name. He needs to be on the show. He is like a miracle worker. The next day, I felt like I was naturally high. And when he was working on me, I swear to God, it felt like I was levitating. It was crazy. And he would just touch you with energy work. It was phenomenal.
Okay, you're sounding more and more like Julianne Hough. I mean, did you have an outer body exorcism experience? Do you guys remember when she did that energy? She's like, oh!
I was close to Julianne Hough.
No
yes. Yes. I know exactly what she's going through. Honest to God.
Oh, please.
Yes. I swear I was that close. And now I don't want to do marijuana. Now I don't want to do marijuana.
Now I don't want to do marijuana.
I don't want to do weed, because he says that people that do best on weed, because it's a creative and it's an opener, a heart opener, is when you have no ambition. So he says, like, when you're retired or like if you just like live on the beach in a shack, he's like, that's when you should smoke weed because then you're not susceptible to the winds of other people's emotions. But if you've got ambition and you live in a fucking society like we do, where people always want Chanel handbags, marijuana and wants do not exist, which kind of makes sense, right? Because weed just makes you not want to do anything.
It kind of makes sense. Now, we just did an episode with Darren Karp, who said she's a huge pothead, and she has the most ambition I've seen out of any young person besides us. I was amazed by her. Go watch her episode, you guys. It's really great. But like, okay, so that's really interesting, though. Now, here I am, you know, in the middle of paradise, ocean shitty. So I should just smoke all the weed while I'm on the beach. But while we're in the city and we're city slicking all over New York, you know, in the future, we should not be. Okay.
I think you have too many ambitions to do weed. We'll get him on here. He's not a big weed proponent. Not now. He says like later in life. After you've accomplished all your goals, after you've had your babies, then do the weed. But he says don't do the weed. And you know, I mean, I love to drink. So he's like not good. He says only 1 or 2 glasses of wine on the weekends. That's it.
Wow. Oh my God. What?
This is depressing, right?
This is depressing. I just went over to my favorite brewery, stocked up for the week. Okay, well, you know what? I would love to talk to him. Does he believe in astrology?
Yes. When you go in, he wants to know the year that you were born, the date, the time, all that. And then he bases your acupuncture session off of that and what's happening in the world. And he very much was saying and then they break down the 5 elements, which is like water, earth, metal. Oh my God, there's like 2 others. And then he breaks down what you are. Like, I'm a water dog. So he says that water dogs are very emotional. Okay, you know what? We need to go back to the Wayfair story. Here I am saying like Free Britney is fake. But I completely believe in I'm like, when we're famous, Iran is going everywhere with us because I fucking need him like crazy.
Sarah's like, and did you know that I'm a water dog? Which means I'm very emotional. What? He could have given you anything and you would have believed it. This is
on a scale of 1 to 5 tinfoil hats.
Bullshit. 5 tinfoil hats.
All right, now we're back to, you know what? Then Wayfair could be really hiding kids. You know what?
Wow, there it is. And only 10%. Oh, come on. Give us like at least 40%. Okay, your couches are overpriced.
Over fucking price. I don't use Wayfair because I don't want to log in my email.
I know.
I don't want my email on there. Also, you know what? Then we'll come back to your girl, Chrissy Teigen. She's also involved in that Jeffrey Epstein
You guys, I posted one picture with Chrissy yesterday as like a joke because everyone thought it was me and her recent Instagram. The hate I got in the comments.
Really?
Oh my God. They're
Bring it up. Bring it up.
You're the last person you should be hanging out with. Like, she is not in the person you want to be spending your time with. I was like, what?
I know. People are like hardcore because they went back to like 2009, 2011. She was making sexual comments about toddlers and tiaras and then using the hashtag pedo and pedophile. But here's the thing. You love Chrissy Teigen. You were on NBC's Bring the Funny. She adored you. You kind of had this like moment with her. Do you think that woman is a part of Epstein's sex trafficking of girls?
I'm going to pull up this picture now. People said, did you know that she was on Epstein's flight logs? I was like, yeah, everyone was. I probably could find my grandfather on those logs. Like, it seems like a lot of people are on the logs, and I don't know if I believe all of them. I just don't see Chrissy as a part of it. I will say that she got, like, her career went from, baby model to, like, Cooking Empire, John Legend's wife, host of shows, So sometimes I believe when somebody gets their career like fast tracked, they're involved with something sketchy. I don't know.
The Illuminati?
Yes.
Okay. See, you're back. Now you're on my acupuncture train. Okay.
I know. What are we? Water dogs? We are. We're a bunch of water dog conspiracy people.
So people gave you shit on this picture that you posted.
Yes. Okay. So let's go over to it and let me just show you. She is vomit right there. You guys see that? Pizzagate. Nah, Chrissy's canceled. Are you seeing all this?
Wow. Damn, this was on your IG.
Epstein's flight logs. And then Pizzagate. Truly disturbing. Pedo.
Take off your tinfoil hats, for God's sakes. I mean, do we really believe that these people would just be like out free if they were child sex trafficking? I don't know, though. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Isn't it so insane, though? Wow.
Because I will tell you, I listened to a ton of podcasts over the break, like mostly inspirational ones. But I listened to one with Tony Robbins. You know, Tony Robbins, of course, who's the famous motivational speaker.
Love yourself, Tony Robbins.
I love me some Tony, right? And I also listened to Marianne Williams. Do you know who Marianne Williams is? She ran for president in 2016, and she was Oprah's spiritual advisor.
Oh, okay. Yes. Now that you said Oprah, yes.
She's like fire. Okay. And she said something funny, I guess, at the presidential debates that she got like a lot of heat for or whatever, or kind of, but she's like a spiritual guide and leader. So anyway, Tony Robbins now apparently works in child sex trafficking. And he says like, it is the biggest thing worldwide. Like it is more of a pandemic than anything we're dealing with. Like he's actually gone on raids, FBI raids, international raids. He says like it's one of the biggest, like not talked about issues in the world.
Tony Robbins.
Tony fucking Robbins. Like how this motivational guy is now fighting sex trafficking. I have no idea how people get to A to C. But yes, he says like we have no clue how bad it is.
I mean, I'm happy to hear that somebody so influential as him is trying to, show like spotlight this, put a spotlight on it, because I think it was at DuPont Circle 2 years ago. They had a huge child trafficking expose. It was like all these stories of these women that survived it and are now working towards it. They dedicated their whole lives. So I started researching it. And I've always said that if I ever, made it or if I ever had, a dime to my name, that would be one of the organizations I would start. Because these poor children, I mean, yeah. And now, of course, it's all coming out. This is so scary. We don't know how big it is.
Okay, we should totally, all right, we need to have some guests on. If you guys know anybody that works like to prevent child sex trafficking, drop a note in the comments. But I definitely think that one is fascinating. I really find it hard to believe that Chrissy Teigen would be involved in that.
To me, she doesn't come off as one of the people that would be involved. But I do think there's tons of politicians, people that you would have no idea or expect. But Chrissy,
Well, here's my thing with Jeffrey Epstein, because I started watching the documentary when we were on break, and my thing is this, is people like, it's like how people, like Bernie Madoff, right? Anybody can become anything you want, especially now with the internet. You can present yourself as a billionaire, and people are gullible. Someone was like, Sarah is gullible. Look, it's true. Like I love any sort of like natural Chinese healing. Like I love all that stuff. People are super gullible. It's why anybody can start a church. Anybody can label themselves as a preacher, and people will give them money. So my whole thing with Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein, right, is these guys they bully, they create a realm of power. Jeffrey Epstein, obviously billionaire, tons of money. And people want to be around people who are rich. People want to be on private jets. That's the society that we kind of glamorize, right?
Right.
So my thing is there's a lot of celebrities that obviously visited Jeffrey Epstein that I think probably had no idea what was going on, but were obviously attracted to him because he had money. And he and that Ghislaine Maxwell would be at every fucking party. You couldn't get away from them. They'd photobomb you.
Yes. Everybody, I've seen memes. People are like looking through their camera rolls. Are like, do I take a picture with Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, you never know. He was always rubbing shoulders with the rich and famous, and a lot of them probably had no idea, as you're saying.
And here's my thing, Sheo Lynn brings up this, Allison Mack from Smallville, insane. That whole like cult that was going on where they would groom women for that guy, it's crazy. My thing is this, I think that people are always seeking a guru. They're always, and myself included, like everybody is seeking a guru. That who's going to help alleviate us from all the misery that is life, right? Because life on earth is difficult, so we're looking for someone to help us out, whether it's through financial, it's easy to maybe Jeffrey Epstein will fall in love with me and then I'll be like a billionaire and take care, he'll take care of me. So I think that people are seeking someone to help them. And that's the problem is really the thing about life is you have to be able to be on your own. And that's really hard.
You know what we're getting the best lesson is living on a dime, not trusting anyone. I mean, look at us. We'll be the day we die. And you know what? We need this practice.
Well, and I think that people are not told by their parents and other people. Well, a lot of people are full of shit. 50% of people that you meet are full of shit. And anybody can create a facade. It's like it's like the Smallville cult guy. That dude was not the second coming of Christ. Like, but people don't want to believe that. They want to believe that maybe, the second coming of Christ is here on earth. He's not, or she's not. And guess what? They're not coming in our lifetime. Sorry, I know that will upset your mom. Anyway, didn't he rent out private jets to celebrities too? Yes, I'm sure. Here's the thing. This is the other thing that people don't tell you. You know what? Let's have some A-list people who work for Chanel, who've worked for Gucci. Celebrities want free shit. You don't know how celebrities are rich and stay wealthy because they want free stuff.
Because once you reach a certain stature, everybody just sends you all of their stuff to wear. They don't have to buy anything.
And so Jeffrey Epstein gives free stuff to Chrissy Teigen or whatever. And then somebody else comes along and goes, oh, well, Chrissy Teigen was with him. He's got to be a decent guy. Okay, I'll take his free stuff too. I don't want to pay for a private jet. Look, stay poor, stay humble.
Stay poor, stay humble. We're getting it on a t-shirt, everybody. Don't worry about it.
People are full of shit. We're getting that on a t-shirt too.
We've already given the breakdown of all the conspiracies. We need to do an actual conspiracy show where we go boom, boom, boom through all of them.
Okay, we're going to do that. All right, what else? Oh, I was going to tell you about citizen's arrest, and then I want to talk about Lisa Rinna commenting on your IG after you did a Lisa Rinna impression, and then you were also have an awesome Shaws of Sunset connection, and now good news. So I want to talk about that. Yeah. So last thing, our vacation was awesome. Obviously, we were up in northern Michigan too for a period of time, which is just beautiful. So Empire, Michigan is gorgeous, small little sleepy town. So you can just kind of go and zone out, right? Mm-hmm. So on the way back, we make a citizen's arrest. We have to make a citizen's arrest of a Michigander, and yeah, for real. So we're driving down some highway, right? Tons of traffic. And there's this, it's a 2-lane highway. So all of a sudden we see this woman in an Acura, Ohio plates. Leave it to Ohio.
Uh-huh.
She starts passing, right? Only she is not merging back over to the right. She's heading into oncoming traffic. Oncoming traffic is like slamming on their brakes, getting over into this sand thing. She is not merging over, right? You have this SUV swerving. So then she starts to come back over to the right. The guy next to her is freaking out. He's hitting on the brakes. She's accelerating, going into head on. I've never seen anything like this. Thank you for the grace of God. Nobody was injured. People were veering off into the right shoulder. He gets back in. Okay. She's weaving in and out of the lane. I'm like, Dan, this person is intoxicated. So I snap a picture of that. I got to look up Midland, Michigan and see if there were any arrests on Saturday. Okay. Swerving back and forth. So then we start calling 311 because it's not an emergency. Because I'm like, you know what? I said to Dan and he agreed. I'm like,
this emergency though. There's a drunk driver.
Right. She could be drunk. Somebody loves this woman. I do not want to see her kill herself or somebody else today. Right. Something is going on in this woman's life. So we trail her literally for 2 it was an episode of Live PD. We were
Dan Schmano decided to follow her in her Honda.
Schmano was at the wheel. We were behind her in Acura and we followed her for 20 because we got pushed around. You get going from county to county to county, right? You're looking for state police.
Right.
So, yeah. You're not in Clare County. You're in Osceola County or whatever in Michigan.
Right.
No, you're not in Osceola. You're in Midland County. Okay. So we finally, so we follow her onto a major highway, veering back and forth. She almost causes another accident. We're like, something is seriously wrong. We zoom up, this poor girl looks like she's 21 years old, young kid, right?
So young. Oh, wow. I was imagining this is an older lady.
No, young girl. So we get on the phone with 911, fire 911 operator in Midland. He's like, all right, where are you? He's like, what location? We're like, mile marker 113. He's like, all right, stay with me. I got a trooper coming up on the left. So there's this trooper. She's like a deputy. She's in her car, in the how they have those
the hidden
passes, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, it was literally Live PD. He goes, all right, officer coming up on the right, she sees your vehicle, she sees you, you see her. Now give her a lot of space. We got to give her a lot of space.
And Dan's and Schman's loving this. He's eating this up.
Schman's on the controls. Schman's driving. I'm on the phone with 911. The guy is we're giving a mile marker, check in. So deputy pulls out. So interesting enough, right? This chick, this 21-year-old, 22-year-old in the left lane driving on whatever highway we were on in Midland, Michigan, right?
Right.
What do you usually do when a state trooper is behind you, comes up behind you in the left lane?
I slow the hell down. I'm scared.
Okay, right. And then you usually merge over to the right lane, right?
Yes.
You don't stay. Okay.
Yeah.
This chick, this deputy followed her for miles and she never merged over. Then they finally light her up. They turn the sirens on. She, instead of merging over to the right to go all the way over the shoulder, she stops almost dead in the highway, pulls over to the left, and then starts getting out of her car. I said to Dan, oh my God.
And you guys are following, right? Because you want to see what's happening.
Yes, but I thought to myself, oh, for God's sakes, I hope that, she opened the door. I hope she got back in the car. We probably did all this. She was probably perfectly fine. Then Lord knows they probably tasered her or did something else, I mean, I'm
No, it's not. Hello. Who, obviously she doesn't know how to drive. Like, that's not how you pull over, like that's crazy though.
I know. So it was literally nuts. So anyway, I have to find out in Midland, Michigan, if, look, I mean, God, hopefully she is okay. Something was seriously wrong with her. But anyway, it was crazy. We actually did a citizen's arrest and like 911, we were like, boom, boom, boom. I was like, why am I not an FBI agent? I got to get on this. Because there's probably not a lick wrong with her. This poor thing. She should probably get out of the car like, what the? I'm perfectly fine. And here we are like reporting her. Anyway, it was crazy.
So when she got out of the car, I know you probably sped right past her because you guys are on the road. You can't stop on a highway.
I'm thinking to myself, get back in the vehicle, get back. They really hate when you get out of the vehicle.
Yeah. In the car. Has she not been watching the news? The last thing you do is get out of a vehicle, take your seatbelt off and reveal your, you stay in the car until they approach you.
That's what I said to Schman. I said, oh my God, I hope everything's okay, my Lord.
Did she look nervous? Did she look like she was scared or anything?
When we pulled up beside her, she looked like something was wrong. It just looked like a blank stare. I don't know, again, I have no idea. Maybe she was in a fight with some, I have no idea. I just think that I feel like she was definitely, I've never seen anybody pass on the left lane and then not really attempt to merge. It almost seemed like trying to hurt herself. You know what I'm saying?
That's really weird. Well, if anything, you could have, you saved lives. I know that.
Well, I sure hope so because, obviously she's loved and, and that's the thing. I'm like, damn, we cannot go home tonight and not report this person because God forbid if she hurt somebody, killed somebody else.
Exactly.
It'd be so terrible.
Okay, anyway, we need a follow-up tomorrow. People are asking, what's the follow-up?
Oh my God, I'm going to look it up. I'm dead. I need to know what happened. Look up. Can someone see Midland, Michigan? Was there an arrest of a driver? And I hope to God she was drunk and not just like, oh my God, poor thing. she thought she was driving perfectly fine. Here we are, we light her up. Oh my God.
I know, right? And Paul Wharton's on. He says, good morning. He said you should have gone live.
And this is Karen's Gone Wild. Okay. I didn't want, look, you don't know, right? You only, and like lots of people, if you've ever done any investigative work, which this is why I'm a skeptic of all these things, because I've interviewed FBI agents and police. They always tell you crime is much more boring than what you think. People love to make up these things, but it's really not true. And they also say that lots of times people think they have these amazing instincts and they're wrong. So I didn't want to be out there going live and posting her, Ohio license plate, come to find out she's perfectly normal. And here I am, a Karen, Pass. I don't need that. I don't need that issue. Okay. Anyway,
seriously, pass.
Look up Midland County, Michigan, Osceola County. She might've been there too. Anyway.
Yeah. I tried to look it up. I didn't see anything on the logs, just like a quick glance, but you guys should definitely look it up.
I have insomnia. I could hear car doors opening and closing about a week ago. I looked out the window thinking it was someone leaving early for the beach. I saw a person break into 3 cars. I called 911, gave about an 8-minute play-by-play until they arrived. Boom! Heather, I love you.
Hey Frase is out there. We are saving lives.
Absolutely saving lives. I just don't want to get too cocky. You know what I mean? Because you roll up on someone and then come to find out, they're just giving a blowjob. Not really, that's why they're weaving in.
You're like, oh. You have to look at all angles, guys. Make sure you're seeing the full picture, okay?
That's why you were swerving left and right, just giving a little blowy. Okay, whoops.
Okay.
Anyway, look, you didn't take a break, but you had a fire week. You have some huge Shaws of Sunset announcement. This is amazing. I'm so excited for you, yet also pissed because now everyone else is onto your talent. It's fine. It's totally fine. But tell me first about Lisa Rinna. I love Lisa Rinna.
Okay, Lisa Rinna. I love her, and she just does these crazy dancing Instagrams. It's like her thing, right? She's known as a dancer. Now, she used to be a star, not a reality TV star,
soap opera for years.
Soap opera star for years. But does she have any dancing history? Was she ever a Rockette? I feel like she could have killed that. Her high kicks are insane. I don't know.
I think she did dance. I think she's done because she and Harry Hamlin, I feel like, yes, they were soap opera. Harry Hamlin, I don't think was a soap opera actor. Maybe he was in the 80s. But Real Housewives has catapulted her. And then Harry Hamlin, was in Mad Men.
Yes.
And that was a huge role for him. But they've gotten hot later in life in their career. I'm
telling you, right? Sometimes it takes a really long time.
Yeah, AJ, we're not going to be famous till we're 60 fucking 5. Everything will be sagging.
Oh, I don't care. You know what? If anything, I'm taking a book out of Joan Rivers, a page out of Joan Rivers' book. And we're just going to keep it tight, keep it toned.
I know.
It's all you have to do. So I decided to post a video of Lisa Rinna. I was doing my cousin, I was spending a week with my cousin, who I'm very close with, and he always gives me advice. I think he should have gone into the entertainment business, but he says you really need to venture out and just do random impressions of people that you watch a lot. And so I literally the same day I was looking and scrolling, I see Lisa Rinna dancing. I'm like, I could do a Lisa Rinna dancing impression. Let me do this. So I just took the morning and I just had some fun. I danced like Lisa Rinna, and she commented on the picture. I thought it was hilarious, and she obviously enjoyed it. Now, she had just reposted one of the he's a spokesperson on E!
Oh, Brad Gorosky or whatever. Oh my God, I know. He's a stylist, and then he was on Fashion Police. Yeah.
Fashion Police, yes. So I'm pulling up the picture where she commented. And so she reposted him dancing, and he did a spot-on dance impression. So anyway, I just had fun with it. I bought this. Actually, it was one of your wigs that I picked up that you recycled, and you're like, come pick up my wigs.
Oh my God, perfect.
So I used this wig and I just danced like her, and it was super fun. And then she commented clap emojis. So we should get her on the show real soon.
So Lisa, are you available to do the podcast? Because that's where we're going with this.
Exactly. But that's our little connection with Lisa. She's great. If you guys ever are in a bad mood, just pull up one of Lisa's videos and just start dancing like her. I think I lost 10 pounds. I sweat so much dancing like her.
She does all this stuff coming into the picture
Oh yeah, she does these hand motions coming in. Yeah,
I know, she's
dances around her house with her beautiful, what is she, 60 years old? Looks like she's 25. It's insane.
She looks amazing. I mean, she really does. I do want all of her skin. I want all of her plastic surgeon recommendations.
Whatever she's doing, it looks good.
I know. Seriously. She looks so amazing. And then, okay, so tell me this, Nima from Shaws of Sunset, who is amazing. And I think he's such a great business person. But of course, I identify him only by those teeth.
as does everyone, now that I realize.
You get a phone call from him.
I get a phone call from him, and we've been talking over Instagram for a couple months now. He's just been admiring my impressions, saying they're hilarious. I told him I have a Reza impression coming up, and he's like, oh my God, you have to do it. So he is now announcing, we're allowed to announce it here, but we can't say the launch date, but he is releasing a new podcast. And it's going to be him as the host. And then he's going to have guest hosts, usually every episode. Some people from Shaw's. I think some of his new episodes are going to feature MJ. He's no longer friends with Reza. He says Reza is a douche. So Reza will probably not be on the show.
Stop it. I love Reza. Are you kidding?
Oh, so do I. I'm obsessed with Reza too. Yeah. So yeah, he's like, no, I'm not really close with Reza right now. Maybe we'll repair our relationship in the future, but not now.
I love Reza. I love MJ. I love Mike. I actually really enjoy all of them, to be honest.
Now, like all other shows, I loved the first and second season when they were just getting drunk in Vegas. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, but now that they make up the storylines, it's irritating.
Well, I still love it. And the reunion part 1 just came on last night. So I was talking to him about it, and I loved the first season, just getting introduced to them, and Asa making that mineral crystal water, and MJ dating and getting drunk everywhere, and her and Reza doing real estate. I just loved all that, right? It was so good.
I agree. The first seasons are always the best, because I think that the first couple of seasons are really real, because nobody knows you. You know what I mean? You have nothing to lose. So you put it all out there. It's like the Kardashians. I miss when they used to go to cupcake shops and wrestle. It was
when Chris was having chickens in the back and she was trying out organic eggs. That's the Kardashians we miss, right?
That is what we miss. Yeah, exactly. And Rob would go to therapy and really break down. That's what I want, Yes. Yeah. But anyway,
we'll get into that. We'll do a Kardashian retake because now Rob's back on the show, which is huge.
Okay, well, Nima seems awesome. So
Nima's great. He wants to do this little set, has impressionists call in and essentially act like the actual person that we're doing. So he has the top 5 things that pop culture. So one of the things was a Kardashian, and he wanted me to comment on a Kardashian related topic. So I did that. It was super fun. And I'm not allowed to say when it's coming out, but I will be on the first episode. So watch out for that. But yeah, I'm so proud of him. He's linked up with a new, I think it's called Action Park Media. It's a new podcast studio out in LA, started by the guy from Entourage.
Oh my God, Kevin Connolly.
Kevin Connolly. So,
yes.
It's got some oomph behind it, and it's going to be great. So yeah, I'm doing that. And actually one of my other impression friends, he is working on it too. But yeah, so we'll see Nima on the show real soon. Also.
Oh my God, I am dying. He is so great. And the person that I think is actually that I want to know more of, and maybe they reveal it in the reunion, is that girl, Sarah, who dated R. Kelly, like who was with R. Kelly right when R. Kelly got arrested and claims like he was amazing. Like to me, that is unbelievable. How do you date somebody that's like sexually abused women for so long and then you think he's wonderful? Like I want more about them.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do all that. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting if they talk about it on the reunion, because part 1 came out last night. Did you?
I haven't watched it yet.
I only watched parts of it, but Nima was saying that it was a disaster because it was all remote, so everybody was losing signals and the sound was off. Nima's video and sound was incredible, but everyone else, MJ walks off the set, aka her living room.
She goes to the bathroom, actually. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
She's like pissed. And then Golneza is like, oh, don't act like me leaving. Don't be dramatic. You know, Golneza talks about her baby. And yeah, but we need to do a full recap on that because they actually have a lot of drama. They've kept it up and it's season 8. So like they're doing pretty good.
I love this show. It is so good. Oh my God. It's so great. Well, anyway, this is exciting. So we'll hopefully get a release date soon. Then we can listen. I can't wait to hear. Okay.
Yes. And his first, he used to date Sheena from Vanderpump. Sheena.
Oh, really? Nima did?
Yes. They had a short little stint. It didn't work out, but she has all the best things to say about him. And his ex-wife is named Andrea. So that was how he talked to me. He's like, yeah, I've got like thousands of dollars in therapy bills from my ex-wife. Her name is Andrea. So if I say your name is Andrea, don't get offended. It has sore memories. I'm like, okay.
Okay, I love this. All right, well, that's all exciting news. So now you're all caught up on everything that happened on Hey Frase over the week. I love it. That's what I miss about Glee. Like, and now that's what you missed on Glee. It's like, and now that's what you missed on Hey Frase.
We need to start that. Also, Glee has such a the Naya story is really, really scary. But in honor of her, we can say that's what you missed on Hey Frase.
That's what you missed on Hey Frase. I feel like we should start doing a recap at the start of every show.
Yes,
we really should,
because we have so many things going on. Seriously, like projects are popping up every day. I'm telling you guys, it's happening.
It's happening, and like life updates and everything. So I'm like, that's what you missed on Hey Frase. But I feel like we have to like mix it up because that was so Glee.
Well, we are saying Hey Frase, so it's totally mixed up. It's like you copy your friend's homework and you're like, just change a couple words. That's everything. You'll never know.
Okay, well, I want to hit the Naya Rivera because obviously she passed while we were gone. Kanye West last night was in South Carolina doing a rally and said that essentially, it was crazy what he said about Harriet Tubman. But I'm not surprised. So I guess what I'm surprised at is that people still give him such a platform, especially as this so-called presidential run. But I want to thank our sponsors. Guys, thank you for watching today. Thank you for sharing the show. And the best way to support us is to support our sponsors. We say that every time, but it's really true. And what we mean by that is anybody who advertises with us, if you could use their product, call them, use their service, inquire, that would be awesome. The first one is R&G Insurance, who we love, R&G, R-A-N-D-G, insurance.com. They're in like 20 plus states across the country. So if you don't listen to us in DC, Maryland, or Virginia, no problem. They cover Delaware, Texas, Florida, so much more. You want to reach out to David Gorman, who we love. He does auto, life, home insurance, renters insurance. They do corporate, business insurance. Anything that you need, got a boat, you need insurance. Okay. Anything you got, you need insurance. RNGinsurance.com is the website. Tell David Gorman that the Hey Frase podcast sent you. Their big specialty is saving you money on auto insurance. So even if you've had an auto history in the past, like I have, where I lost my license for like 2 months for criminal speeding, no problem. Okay. No problem. They can get you covered. RNG Insurance. Horizon Fibroids. Your fibroids don't sleep, even though there's a pandemic. They have 3 locations in Maryland, and they are completely reopened with Dr. Will Neem, who is a top doc. Horizon horizonfibroids.com. Check them out. They accept all insurance. And even if you love your OBGYN, I think this is so important. They might not be telling you all of your options when it comes to taking care of your fibroids. So boom, you can get your fibroids checked. Go to horizonfibroids.com. Boom. And ask for Dr. Wilneem. They accept all insurance. You will love them. horizonfibroids.com. And lastly, you need financial management as well. So our guy, Bowtie Joe, who probably many of you know or have heard about on the show over the years, he's amazing. He used to come on a lot. I feel like when Sammy was on the show. Bowtie Joe is a financial advisor who, even if you have $10,000 and want to get started in planning your investment, a lot of you guys are single and looking for the right partner. But in the meantime, you have to plan for your future. Even if you're married, you have to. So our longtime friend of the show, Bowtie Joe, aka Joe Pacetto, is our newest sponsor. BTJ, as he is affectionately known, has been a financial advisor for more than 20 years and works with clients at all age ranges and throughout the United States. It's a great opportunity for you to take control of your future. And now he has his own company. You can go to the website JP2, so that's the number 2, jp2management.com today for any information, ask questions, or make an appointment. I adore Bowtie Joe. Oh my God. And he's good friends with my brother. BTJ is amazing. We've worked with him, invested with him. He's done projects with us. So I can't recommend him enough. He's totally 5 stars. And it's bp2management.com. Bowtie Joe. Love, love, love. Anyway, JP2 Management, jp2management.com. All right, let's hit a couple of really quick pop culture stories. Let's start with Kanye. Do you have the video of Kanye from last night in South Carolina, Age?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Of him. Oh, I can't hear you. Okay, look, and I'll get my sound on this end so we can hear it when we're running the podcast. But anyway, last night, Kanye West was hosting his impromptu presidential candidate run in South Carolina, basically got up there and said that Harriet Tubman freed slaves and then gave them to white people to work. That was one thing. Then he broke down in tears, said his father wanted to abort him, but his mom didn't want to abort him. So he's like anti-abortion. The whole thing was a hot mess. The woman that posted the video, she basically is heard in the video going, okay, we're leaving. Here's my thing. I honestly think he's clearly a genius artist. He's not presidential material. A lot of people were saying, oh, he's going to split the vote for Joe Biden. I really think that Americans, I cannot imagine that people are going to legitimately vote for him. And, he's apparently running for the birthday party, like the happy birthday party.
Yes, because he says when he gets elected president, it'll be everybody's birthday. Okay, what? Yeah,
I know. I just think it's amazing that people even give him any time of day. But I think after this that people are going to, it was such a chaotic mess. I think after this, people are going to not really be down for it. And, I've been to his Sunday service, that he was doing, the one he did at Howard. And it's beautiful. It's a gospel choir, but it really isn't a lot about Kanye, which I think is fascinating to me. And I think, me personally, I think that they tried to do the church thing as a way to reconnect with a Black audience, because obviously he's alienated a lot of his fans who are of color. Rightfully so. So I don't know. I thought it was a great PR move, the whole Kanye's church, but
I thought so too. But how do you think? I just think it's so contradictory of him to go for Trump and then say, okay, I'm removing my red hat now and I'm ready to run for myself against Trump. To me, that just seems.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Clay Hutcherson, I think, says it best, which is, this is just all part of the new album promotion. I think so too.
Yeah,
he's a hot mess. Anyway, and also Naya Rivera passed. You're not going to have the video, right? I don't think.
I'm trying to get it, but it's always 15 seconds, an hour of commercials for every single.
Okay.
Let me try to. No. I really do want to play a clip of it. But all these websites are I have 3 open. All of them want to play 15 hours of commercials.
No worries. If you bring it up, we'll get back to it. But
here we go. Let's go to the part where he comes on stage.
He's wearing a bulletproof vest throughout it.
What was that? Yeah, what was that?
Well, he thinks that his try and play it. I'm sure he thinks his safety. I mean, I think that's actually makes sense. No, can't hear it. No. We're trying to get you the video clip. I'm sure you've seen it, by the way, on Twitter. No mask on, of course. Yeah. Why would you bother to wear a mask, just in the middle of a pandemic?
Never free the slaves. Drew silence and shouts of opposition from the crowd. Okay.
It's just so, look, this person clearly has mental illness. I think that's pretty obvious to everybody. I'm all for a free thinker. As you guys know, I'm currently drinking an acupuncturist floral juice. So like, I'm here for, I'm here for like thinking out of the norm. But it's either just saying shit to be shocking or like he's just not in his right mind in any way, shape, or form.
And what do you think Kim thinks about this? Like, she hasn't really come out with a statement.
Well, he also said in the rally last night, if Kim divorced him, he's totally fine with that. Like, he's at peace with it, which leads me to believe that she's probably trying to divorce him. I don't know. It's so hard to speculate. Obviously, I can't believe they obviously don't agree with it, because I'm sure Kris Jenner, they would all be all over the promotion of trying to become the first family. But I think they know that, it's chaotic. And I guess the question is, does it really hurt their brands? And it seems like it doesn't.
It doesn't, but for me, like looking into it as an outsider, I would think it would, but I think that it's such a different world. Like, people that buy their makeup brands and their Skims aren't like looking at Kanye as a political candidate. So they don't care.
And maybe the Kardashians feel like there's no way he doesn't have a shot in hell, which he doesn't. I can't even, like, the birthday party. No one's going to really take that seriously, I don't think. However, you can take Trump seriously.
That is true. Well, he didn't even get the right amount of signatures because, he missed all of these states, the timeline. He missed all of it. Then he didn't get enough signatures. So I was confused why he even did this surprise campaign speech.
I think Clay had the best answer. It's probably just album promotion.
I would never buy your album after hearing this speech. What the hell?
And here's my thing, though. Do you pay for music anymore? Do you buy any albums? Like, I can't even tell you the last time I paid for, like, I'll pay for a live concert. No. But like,
yeah, that's about it. But other than that, I'm doing Spotify.
No, I know. Exactly. So I don't even think that people buy albums anymore.
I think a lot of that about the release of it and like the release of all the songs.
Totally. I don't know. I'd be curious if you're on our live stream right now. When's the last time you paid for music? Like, you paid for an album that you're probably paying for Spotify.
Right. I think he's going through a mental breakdown once again.
Totally. Naya Rivera obviously passed. Really sad. The theory is that she actually saved her 4-year-old son, Josie, and then drowned on a lake in Northern California, where they say that there are rip tides at certain places and whirlpools underneath that may have sucked her down. And she drowned. Crazy.
The most sad story, she was 33. I don't know why she wasn't wearing a life vest. I think now I'm really happy that they're going to put more restrictions in place and let people know that there's swells and all these things. Because when you think of lakes, you don't think of currents and people currents pulling you down. It's so scary. But her life jacket was on the boat. She obviously wasn't wearing it. And you've seen her. She's as skinny and muscular. She's like this little tiny twig.
I know.
I would be wearing a life jacket if I were her, like, no matter what. And especially with your son. And I thought that you needed a license to take out a pontoon boat. Apparently everybody in LA wrote me and they're like, you don't need anything, just your regular license.
What? Which is terrifying. I know. Isn't that insane? That because water is so it's so unpredictable. And obviously I was just on Lake Michigan, which is more like an ocean, right? So you never just head out there, but people do it all the time. I know. It was super sad to see Naya pass. Like, it is. And it is what, actually, I was telling you this. Dan and I started watching Glee again last night. And it's really shocking to watch Corey Monteith, to watch Naya Rivera on screen. And then Mark Salling, of course, Mark Salling killed himself after allegations of child porn.
Yep. How sad is that? So people are saying there's a Glee curse. I don't know if I want to say all that. But it is really, really eerie that so many of the cast members have passed. Her ex-husband was paying tribute. This is him with their baby when he was first born. And he is like inconsolable. He says he hasn't slept or ate since she went missing.
I'm sure. Oh my God. It's like, it's so shocking because she's just young, stunning. It was unbelievable. Now I prefer her with Big Sean. Like, remember? And oh my God, I loved when Big Sean wrote that song, like, I Don't Fuck With Jew, all about her. Oh my God. That was like the best song. Wasn't that great?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And he wrote a tribute too.
He did. Yeah, I know. And he said he's so sad, but I loved when he paid like said she was crazy and then wrote that song, Fuck With You. It was such a great song. Oh my God.
So this song was all about Naya.
Yes. How crazy she was and how she was always trying to sabotage his career, allegedly.
What?
Oh my God. Go back and listen to that song today. It is fire. That song is like the best club song. But yeah, it's all about I don't fuck with you. And then it's just like how, yeah. Oh my God. He does this whole breakdown verse. It's kind of like August Alsina, but like real music.
Wait, try to sing the song. Try to sing the song.
Oh, wait a sec.
I know the song. I just really want you to sing.
I don't fuck with you, bitch. I got no feelings to give. I've had it up to here.
I don't fuck with you. Wait, that song, I feel like it not just came out, but it's so recent. I thought their relationship was like farther in the past. No? It was recent. Came out after this.
How many years ago did they date? They dated 3 years ago. I bet that song came out 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, you're right. It would be 3 years ago. Yes. All right. Well, after all that, he still pays a tribute, so he probably still loved her. I mean, she's gorgeous. Look. Well, her ex did accuse her of abuse, physical abuse.
Well, so does Big Sean in that song, and it's terrible though. But I loved them as a couple. God, they were so hot together.
So hot. I don't know. I loved her and Josie.
Really? I don't know him. What was his deal? Was he an actor? I know that they were like former friends. They reconciled. They got back together, but they broke up in 2018. I don't know. They have a baby together. He's 4. I don't know. I just thought. Her son's name is Josie. I'm sorry. It's absolutely tragic. Tragic.
Ryan Dorsey is his name. Yeah, that's so sad. Oh,
I know. God. I couldn't believe it. And also was trying to take a break, so I didn't want to log on, but it was heartbreaking. And I told you years ago, I met Corey Monteith and like got to interview him. And then, it was like,
what was he like?
Yeah. Oh my God, he was amazing. I got to for Fox 5, for Channel 5, when I was doing like red carpet reporting for them, he was like at an AT&T store over in Alexandria. I mean, he looked like he hated his life. So Naya Rivera was there as well. They were like hawking phones and signing like Glee albums when people bought albums. Yes. But I'm sure they were paid thousands of dollars. Yes.
That'll take you back to the day. Remember when shows had soundtracks?
Yes. And so they were there. Corey Monteith is a person that you would look at and you would never think had a drug problem ever. Like, amazing in real life.
God, that's so sad. You never know. Check in on people. If you guys want to go, I'm going to bring up her, there's a remembrance in LA, right at Lake Piru.
Happening August 1st, right?
Yes. And they said they're waiting a while just so people can make the proper arrangements. But August 1st for Naya, candlelit vigil. Probably a lot of people will go. And all the cast of Glee was there. Did you see the picture where they're all holding hands?
Yes.
At it. Just prayers out. Just hold your friends close. I had a recent mutual friend of mine that passed away in New York. She was a New York City reporter, and she got a tragic accident on a motorcycle. One of those renting, you can rent the motorcycles.
I know. We got to talk about that, but I know I want to talk about that tomorrow because I haven't read the story, but I just saw that headline and I had no idea that you two were connected.
We went to school together at Syracuse, and we had a lot of mutual friends. I never actually had really close encounters with her, but I worked where the equipment was. So everybody that was in Newhouse came to me and got equipment. So I talked to her a couple times, but it is tragic. So I had a couple of friends call me last night and just say, hold your friends close and just tell people that you love them. And, every experience you have, that's probably why it was so good to take a social media break, just so you can get close with Dan's family and just feel close again. Human connection is so important.
Well, that's the thing. And I think too, like, I love checking in online to get people's, like, what people are talking about. But then, you have to come offline because when you interact with people in real life, you forget to like how many millions of people are here on Earth that have no idea what's going on the internet, You think all these things matter on your social, but then you go off and have real conversations with people who are like, you're like, oh yeah, they have other complete problems that have nothing to do with celebrities or social media, so it's just it is a good reminder.
It is.
Okay. I want to hit like 2 other quick stories. Mark Zuckerberg, obviously in Hawaii with an excessive amount of sunscreen just on his face though. And every meme you can imagine, from Joker to, he looks like a mime. I mean, honest to God, what the F? He's on a motorized surfboard, one of those motorized surfboards, $12,000. What? Oh my God. Honestly, this must be like what aliens have to do to have their, I think he's an alien.
We always thought this. This just confirmed all of our speculations. Okay, this is the opposite of blackface. He is completely white faced himself. I haven't seen a white face. This is absurd. When I go paint my beach house white, I'm going to bring a picture of his face and just say, can we match the color here?
But bro, why? Like, I mean, honestly, what kind of skin condition does this dude have? I mean, honest to God, I don't even get it.
Too, right? It's not even on his legs. His legs are looking like they're getting tan.
So what, your legs and arms are totally fine, but you're worried about your face? I mean, I swear to God, he must have just had a facelift or something, and he just like has to protect the scars. You know, it has to be.
What in God's name? And then I looked at pictures. Okay, his boat friends also have, or maybe that's just the guys. No, he also is wearing a lot of sunscreen. This is 150 SPF.
150. Oh my God.
Okay, this is the type of I'm beyond. Now, actually, Mark's ass is looking pretty tight and toned there. Not gonna lie.
You know what? He does have a good ass. I'll take that. Yeah, he's got a good hiney. I like it.
That looks fake. That does not even look real.
I think it's just the way he's like kind of angled. Don't you think on that little surfboard?
On that little surfboard.
On that little surfboard thing.
Okay, he doesn't even need to preserve his face though from wrinkles. He could just, offer a girl a drink and she'll drop her pants most likely because he's one of the wealthiest men on earth.
One would think, but well, he's married, I guess now he has 2 kids. I mean, I don't know. It would take a lot for me to get with that guy. He's not very good looking.
I would have thought that was your exact type.
Oh, absolutely not.
Is no one else
oh my God.
Schman vibes? I'm getting Schman.
Actually, Schman. Here's the thing. Schman has vitiligo. So Schman really needs to wear this. Only Schman doesn't.
He does not? He doesn't?
No. You know what? I finally started getting him to wear SPF 50 to 100. Schmano is supposed to wear SPF 100 because vitiligo, there's parts of his skin that have no pigmentation. So they're very susceptible to the sun.
Yes.
So he cannot be in the sun. So he needs to be doing Mark Zuckerberg stuff.
But he's not. This is so interesting to me. I mean, sunscreen is important, guys, but not 150 SPF. By that point, you're just...
Maybe it's worth getting the skin cancer, I mean, versus looking like this.
You're right. The Joker memes are so good. Wow.
All right, one last story, then we got to roll out. So August Alsina tried to pull a Big Sean and write like basically a comeback song about Entanglement, called Entanglement, about Jada Pinkett Smith. Everybody's team Jada, I feel like. I don't think the song is particularly that good. I'm going to be honest. It sounds very R&B, like any other R&B song. I'm just saying, maybe you love it. Mm-hmm. But he talks about, some of the lyrics are, essentially that she wanted him. He was so good in bed. They knew it was wrong. You left your man to fuck with me just to pay him back. Don't you know that's cold-hearted? And then...
Don't you know that's cold-hearted? Okay.
It's when you're... And he agrees, by the way. He says entanglement is the right definition. It's when you're...
Word.
Yeah. Other lyrics are like, it's when you're entangled in the sheets. Yeah. Girl, I know that we don't call it a relationship. No? Oh. But you're still fucking with me. Oh, yeah. Rick Ross is on it too. I love Rick Ross.
I had a lot of trouble spelling entanglement. Entanglement. Oh God, it's so perfect. I mean, do you think Jada practiced this in front of a mirror and she tried out different words? I got into a scruffle with, no, that's wrong. I got into a wrestle match with Alsina. No, and then she came on Entanglement and she's like, that's the word.
That's a great question, how she came to that word, because it's an interesting word. And I didn't really realize, you think of entanglement as like, I don't know, like everybody sharing
side of the road. That's what I think.
Well, you picture an entanglement, like everyone says, of like a bunch of headphones, like, your old Apple iPhone head things, like all entangled up. But it actually is the definition of a relationship that's complicated. So great question. How'd she come to that? He's so capitalizing. Like, did anyone know? I mean, I know people knew who August was prior, but I didn't really care.
I didn't really care either. This is beyond smart. Do you think? Okay, but Jada's so hot. Jada is so hot. It's not like, oh, I'm going to sleep with this girl that's not that attractive just for the clout and for the attention. Jada's hot, so we got a lot out of this.
He got a lot out of it. I mean, this totally benefited him. And Entanglement, I mean, look, I'm going to give him credit. It was really smart of him to release a song. I do think, but I just don't think the song's that good. Like, it's not Big Sean's Fuck With You, Like
that. I mean, that was like the song of the summer when it came out. Entanglement, it's too long of a word too.
Yeah, you're right. Entanglement. It's like, it's so many syllables. Entanglement. Okay, forget
What
it.
rhymes with entanglement? Anything I guess
Nothing.
that ends with a ment.
That's why he goes on to some ballad.
Right,
You were
right.
fucking around on your man. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. What was Will doing? He was
Sarah,
gone. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh.
The original Frase fans will know that Sarah did a spoof off of Doja Cat's Moo. Can you please do the Entanglement song in your apartment in front of a green screen, dress like in a bunch of earphone cords, and be like, "I'm in an entanglement."
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I will. That's a great idea. I better redo this song. I'll do it. Okay.
Please do. Was Jada
Okay.
okay? Somebody rates that Jada was in a rock metal band.
What? Really? Back in the day, like in Baltimore, Danny? She grew up in Baltimore.
Okay, Wicked Wisdom is an American new metal band from LA formed by Jada Pinkett Smith in 2002.
Hello.
What?
I want to hear their music.
Hello. Did you guys know? Okay, Danny, you were right. That is actually hysterical. Jada Pinkett Smith with Wicked Wisdom. It's not his Wikipedia page.
Who knew? Okay. Huh.
Sharon Osbourne went to see Wicked Wisdom perform at a small nightclub in LA. She said, "I was blown away. When you see and hear Jada and her with her band, it's apparent that she has nothing but love and respect for this genre of music." That's what Sharon Osbourne thinks.
Did Sharon sign them, or is that just a quote? Because Sharon Osbourne used to be like a sick band manager. Like she was like legit.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, they performed. Wicked Wisdom performed in 2005's Ozfest.
Oh, okay.
And people were outraged, saying the band did not have credibility to perform at that music festival. Wow.
Oh, fuck all the way off.
I'm not here asking for any favors, says Jada. You've got to show and prove, and not every audience is going to go for it. Wicked Wisdom's guitarist said, while their early days. Oh, wow. Okay. They were, yeah, he was defending it, saying it's not a joke. We are Wicked Wisdom.
Did she sing in it? Did she sing, Danny? He says it has a legit following. What is, or did she play an instrument? That's, I had no idea that she had a music background.
Does Jada play any instruments? Look at us looking up stuff. Wow. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this is Riot Fest, written in 2018. Why doesn't she talk about this on Red Table Talk? Where are her bandmates?
You never hear about this one. You never hear about this.
Look at this picture I'm about to bring up, y'all. You guys have got to go watch us on our live feed because we're bringing up some.
We're bringing it up.
We're bringing it up, Sarah. Take a look at this. This is Jada holding up the rock sign.
Who the fuck are these guys? Oh, this made my day, y'all. I'm going to listen to this. I had no clue. Wow.
Okay, well, then she should have been in of the Entanglement song.
There's my afternoon. All right, you guys, we absolutely love you. We're wrapping it up. You guys know we'll have a brand new show tomorrow and Wednesday for you. Hey Frase Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere that podcasts are found. And today, by the way, go to iTunes, hit 5 stars, leave a review, and tell us what you love about the show. Bye, everybody.